Willie D Live.
What's up, family? Cracker Barrel changed its logo, and crackers all around the United States lost their collective minds. Now, it's important that you understand I use the term cracker to identify a specific type of person. It's the ones who want things to be the way that they used to be. They long for days when they could spit in a black person's face, slap them, and talk to them and make them bow down. You couldn't even make contact with them. You couldn't make eye contact with them. They long for the days they could just steal black people's property, go in and rape them, men, women, and children. That's right, that's what they did. Force them into labor, sit on their lazy asses, and hurl out insults and directions, telling them what to do, while they went around the world and called black folks lazy. You can't make it make sense, so I won't ask you to make it make sense. Well, anyway, fam, they changed the logo. Cracker Barrel lost $94 million in a single day after a disastrous rebrand sparked outrage among Donald Trump, your president, MAGA backwoods base. The new logo from the Southern-themed restaurant chain has been blasted by Trump's MAGA base, claiming the design is woke and boring. The logo, which formerly featured a seated man leaning on a barrel, was changed to only have the words Cracker Barrel and their gold background. Well, after the fuss, Cracker Barrel came up with a new logo. And here it is. This is exclusive. This is the new Cracker Barrel logo. As you can see, that's me, Willie D. Now I know what you're thinking. Willie D, why the hell would you get involved with a company that's so wicked, evil? Well, hear me out. First of all, I got a big bag out of it, but that ain't the exclusive reason why I did it. The bag just came with me saying, okay, I'll help you guys out to restore your image. Cracker Barrel used to have some decent food, and it just got progressively worse. And then came the allegations of a racism where their employees were just doing all kinds of uncivilized racist stuff, okay? So it has that history attached. Some people think the name itself came from, was inspired by racism, but it wasn't. The name Cracker Barrel comes from the old general stores where soda crackers used to be kept in barrels, and people would gather around them to socialize and catch up on news, much like, modern water coolers, you know what I'm saying? So that's where that comes from. It's not from, the whip and, the white boy, beating on black folks and all that kind of stuff. That's not where it comes from. And look, I'm from the South. And also, the man on the logo, that was on the logo, I'm the new man, but the guy that was on the logo, the old white dude, that was a guy they called Uncle Herschel. Uncle Herschel was the uncle of the founder of Cracker Barrel. So he's the guy who was on the cover. They called him Old Timer. That was his nickname, Old Timer. So Cracker Barrel, which was founded in 1969, it was somewhere in Tennessee. I can't remember the city, but they were founded in Tennessee. I remember all of this stuff because, like I said, I used to eat there, especially on the road. I used to eat at Cracker Barrel at least once a week, when we traveling, we're on the road. Why? That's back in the day when the food was really good. Now, I went there last time I went there was probably about maybe 10 years ago, and it was trash. I don't know if it was just that location, but it was trash. But I also been hearing from other people saying that the food is not as good as it used to be. I think it also has a lot to do with the service and management. It seems like to me that they're trying to rebrand, and that's what they are. They're rebranding. Some people say it's not worth it, but the way that Cracker Barrel is looking at it is, why hang on to these old dying people and this old logo or whatever? Let's rebrand. We would rather take our chance on growth as opposed to stagnation. And that's what I saw with the logo. That's why they reached out to me and said, hey man, can you be the new face of Cracker Barrel? And they also know that I told them I would do it under one condition. And it ain't the bag. Look, I'm only getting the bag because I'm working. So if I'm working, I got to get a bag. If I'm doing something and somebody getting paid off of it, I need to be getting paid too. So that's why I'm doing it. But I told them I would do it under one condition. I would have to, for anybody that get caught using any type of derogatory terms toward black people, I could come in there and hit them with the whip. I could crack the whip across their back. That's the only way I would do it. And to my surprise, they were like, yeah, cool. Gave me a whip and everything. Next time I go live, I'm gonna show y'all the whip. But yeah, gave me a whip and everything, man. So I can't wait. I'm actually gonna take off the next month, and I'm just gonna drive around and do some quality control checking. Yeah, I'm gonna do some quality control checking. But hey, man, let me know what y'all think about the new logo. The new logo, the Cracker Barrel logo, featuring yours truly. Drop a comment. I'd love to hear your thoughts. No more talk.